Today we're going to talk about how Stella Luna felt in the middle of the story and all her different feelings that she had. So you will need your character feeling paper that has blue highlighted that says middle. You'll need all this little sheet right here, and let's go over what happened in the middle of the story. If you remember, how did she feel right when she got there? She felt a little bit confused. Why was she confused? Well, because she didn't act like the other birds, did she? She wanted to eat fruit, and she wanted to stay awake at night, and all sorts of things. And so she was a little confused because these birds did not act like she did. So that is our first word, confused. Do you think she felt secure? When you feel secure, it means you feel safe. Safe and secure because she was in a nest and she was away from the owl. So secure in a nest away from the owl, and she was safe because the owl couldn't get her there. And she felt protected there too, didn't she? She felt protected because she knew she couldn't be, no one could get her. The owl couldn't get her there. So then if you remember, as time went on, the birds started acting like bats, and Mama Bird would not have it. And she said, if you're going to stay here, you are not going to teach my little birds to be like a bat. And so you had better start acting like us. And so that's what happened. Stella Luna started doing all the things that birds would do. Remember that? Okay, and the birds landed gracefully on the branch, and oh, poor Stella Luna. She was what do we call that? Clumsy. She was clumsy. Look at her. It was just so embarrassing to act that way. And she told herself, no one will see how clumsy I am. She was just so embarrassed that she was acting that way. And then they went flying and flying, and what happened? She got away from the birds and she got lost. And I think she was a little nervous during this middle part of the story because she didn't want to get into trouble from Mama Bird, did she? She wanted to start doing things like the other birds because she didn't want to get into trouble. So she was probably a little nervous. And Stella Luna began to act like a bird, didn't she? She ate the bugs, and she slept at night, and she hung by her thumbs. And then what happened? She was all alone. And there she was. And she promised that she wouldn't hang by her feet. She had promised Mama Bird she wouldn't do that. She didn't want to get into trouble, so she hung there. And that's where the middle of the story ends. So today, let's review some of our feelings and what happened in the story. All right. I think that she felt confused at first, don't you? She was confused because she wasn't like the other birds. She felt safe because she was finally away from the owl. She felt secure in the nest with the other birds. I think she felt protected because she wasn't going to get, the owl wasn't going to get her. She was nervous because, she didn't want to let Mama Bird down because Mama Bird was taking good care of her. And so she started to act like the other birds by acting like a bird. She ate her bugs, and she slept at night, and she hung by her thumbs. So these are the feelings. You can use this and stop your video to help you. You're going to tell me about when these things happened in the story, and then how you connected. When was a time that you felt nervous or you were confused? Maybe you're confused about what to do today. Or when did you feel safe? Okay, so when you get that all done, then I want you to take this, and you can color all these little pictures here, and then you're going to cut this all out. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. We're going to sequence them. Remember last week? Sequencing means you're putting things in the order that they happen. First, next, then. Okay, so you're going to cut these all out, and you're going to put them in the order that they happened in the story. Okay, so here's mine. An owl attacked Stella Luna and her mother. Stella Luna fell into a nest of baby birds, and then you're going to put them. So here's where they go. On the front here is this. And on this other little tiny black flap, you're gonna put that there. You're gonna glue those down there, okay? And you don't have this little part right here, but that's okay. You can just glue them down, and then I'll show you the other stuff we'll do tomorrow, okay? So that's your reading for today. You're gonna have another writing assignment. So get started, and remember the order of the events of the story. It's putting things in order. All right, I know you'll do a good job.